Charles, can you turn off the light? Welcome, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and distinguished Toastmasters. By a show of hands, how many people in here know what fear really is? Well, you might not have heard this definition, so I'll tell it to you. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Last week, during our meeting, Tariq asked me a very thought-provoking question. He asked me, what was one of my fears? And the first thing that came to mind was drowning, because I never knew how to swim. And I always was afraid of water. So I thought to myself, I can't be this old and still afraid of water. So let me do some action and take swimming lessons. So that's what I did. And as I sat in the meeting, I began to think, and I began to think, and I began to think, what really is my fear? And I said to myself, fear is my biggest fear. You see, for a long time, I was at my job and I was unhappy. I made good money, the benefits were good, they gave me tuition reimbursement, but I was borderline depressed, and I was unhappy, and I was in a rut, and I knew that I could be doing something better with my life. I knew there was more to me than sitting on the phone for 8 hours, listening to people talk and complain and groan and moan about their benefits, and how much they cost, and how they hated their doctors, and how they hated their life insurance, and just their life in general. So last year around March, I started thinking, what is it that I really like to do? What is it that I want to do with my life? What can make me a lot of money other than working for somebody else? Well, it just so happened that I've been thinking about starting some kind of business, but I didn't know what kind of business I wanted to start. So I went to my nail salon on a normal Friday to get a pedicure. And there was a bowl that said, enter your name for a free pedicure and a Mary Kay pamper session. So I said, okay, I'll put my name in here, but I never win anything, so we'll see what happens. Well, it just so happens that the young lady gave me a call, and she said, I'm Daisy. I wanted to give you a call and let you know that you won the free pedicure and the Mary Kay pamper session. So I'm like, really? Are you sure? And she said, yes. I said, okay, I really won. Like, this is free. Like, you're calling the right person. And she said, yes. Would you like to come to the meeting or have a get-together at your house? And I said, well, what is it about? And she told me. I said, okay, I'll come to the meeting so I can get my free certificate, of course. And had no intention of becoming a Mary Kay beauty consultant. My thought was to get my gift certificate, go home, and that was it. Well, I went to the meeting, and I was impressed by all of the women that were there. They were inspired, they were successful, they were positive. The atmosphere was just so different, and I thought, maybe I can do this, but I don't have time. I'm going to school full time, I'm mentoring girls, I want to take Spanish lessons, I'm in Toastmasters. How am I going to have time to take on something else? Well, she booked me for a party, and at the party, I joined Mary Kay. Because she started to tell me all about the benefits, and of course the free car, so I was on board for that. So I started my business, and I didn't really work it that much because I was still employed at my job full time. I went on several interviews at my job, and for some reason I just never got the job. Either my answers weren't detailed enough, or I would get an email saying, oh, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the position has been moved to another location. And I thought to myself, oh, am I not supposed to be here? What is going on? So I told a few of my girlfriends, I want to quit my job, but I don't have another job. And I don't have money. Well, I do have money, but I don't want to spend all my money. I need to replace my money, so I need to have a job. I need to have a steady income. I don't want to cash out my 401k. I can live off my savings, but then I won't be able to shop, and then I'll be depressed. So I kept looking for jobs, and I kept looking for jobs, and I kept looking for jobs, and for some reason, again, I wasn't getting any jobs. And a lady called me about a position that was similar to what I was doing, and I was so excited. I'm like, yes, I'm going to get this job. And when I finally talked to her a week later, she said, oh, I'm sorry to tell you, but we filled the position. And I said to myself, darn it, again? What am I going to do? So I said, okay, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to live on my 401k. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to dive into Mary Kay. I'm going to start my business. But that didn't happen the way I planned it. It just so happens that at the beginning of December, I got fired from my job. But I wasn't depressed or sad. I was actually quite happy. And I saw it as a blessing in disguise because now I could get unemployment. And I didn't have to look job. And I can kind of live off my savings and my unemployment and still make it and not be stressed out. And that's exactly what happened. I began to live off unemployment, and it was great, and I was on vacation mode for about 3 months. And then I got bored. And I said, what is it that I really want to do? What is it that I'm good at? What do I like to do? And I said to myself, shopping! Yeah, that's it. I like to shop, but wait, I don't have a job. So I can't shop, but I can shop for other people. And I'll get the same feeling of joy and happiness, excitement when I'm spending someone else's money as I would if I was spending my own money. So I said, I'm gonna start a fashion consulting business. Yeah, that's it, do that. So that's what I've done. I've started my own fashion consulting business in the process of running my Mary Kay business and started a nonprofit mentoring girls who are ages 12 to 21. And in the process of starting all that, I found out a lot about myself. That being an entrepreneur is great, and it works for me because I get to make my own schedule. But then, I wasn't making a lot of money doing this. So I thought to myself, where can I work? Where I can still get a discount on clothes, and I can still shop, and I can still get out and see people. The mall! So I applied for a job at Nordstrom, and I am proud to say that I got the position at Nordstrom, and I was thrilled when I got the position, even though it didn't pay as much as it did at my old job, but I get a discount. I get to shop, and I'm doing what I love to do. And when I went on that interview for the first time in 6 years, so that's how long I was at my other job, I wasn't nervous. I felt comfortable, I felt relaxed, I felt right at home. And I thought to myself, this is my job, I'm gonna get it. And they offered me the job on the spot. So my fellow Toastmasters, I would like to leave you with a quote. Tell the negative committee that meets inside your head to sit down and shut up.